So greetings from Shenandoah National Park once again on an absolutely beautiful day. We just got done hiking up to the overlook on South Marshall Mountain, which is amazing. Now we're gonna do the hike down to Kaiser Run Falls, and check it out. The parking lot is empty, except for me back there. So well, let me show you the map where we're gonna head. And that's our trail. I got the map up here. So yeah, we're parked here at the Kaiser Run lot. Looks like we have about a mile down this old road. And we're gonna take a left out towards what's called the Little Devil's Stairs, but we're not going all the way down there. We're going right here to Kaiser Run Falls. So maybe half a mile out that way, we'll see. There's also a map over here. Yeah, so we're gonna head down here and then down to about here, I think. Yeah, check this out. How likely am I to see a bear? Pretty likely. All right, so I'm gonna get packed up and get going. Let's see, what time is it? Just a little bit after 3. I mean, a little bit after 3. A little bit after 12. It's lunchtime. I'm feeling a little bit hungry. But I'm gonna have some snacks down there by the waterfall. So it has been a little bit dry, but we just got some more rain recently. So hopefully this waterfall is flowing nicely. But we won't know until we get down there, so let's go. All right, so let's go. We'll leave the Jeep here, and maybe we'll see a bear. We'll be checking all the wildflowers too. And then we hiked up to Mount Marshall, that overlook. There's wildflowers everywhere. Check this out. These are absolutely beautiful. These are wild geraniums. These are one of my favorite. Look at my shadow out of the way there. They go by a few other names too, but look at that beautiful color. Well, the bee likes them too. All right. So, looks like the mile part of the trail on this road we will be going downhill, but I don't think pretty steeply. It looks like that little section then off to the left might be a bit steeper. I got plenty of time, so no need to rush. Look at that, beautiful. You got the wild geraniums with the yellow, I believe that's wintercress, or black mustard. Beautiful contrast to the two colors. Alright, it's time to play our little game. Can you find the butterfly? There's one there. It's one of these ones that just is so well camouflaged. Even now I'm having trouble seeing where it is. I think it's right there in the middle of your screen. Right there it is. That is, I believe they're called a dusky butterfly. They are so well camouflaged. Just if I zoom out, you just lose sight of it pretty quickly. Amazing camouflage. But there is a butterfly that does not have camouflage. I believe that might be a black swallowtail right there. Kind of behind some leaves there. Oh. That just might be what that is, a black swallowtail. I can't really see if it has the little tails on its wings from this angle, but yeah, does it have tails on there? I feel like it's kind of shaded out, but that's what that looks like, a black swallowtail. Or maybe a spice bush swallowtail too. Alright, beautiful butterfly. Alright, we've seen several butterflies. Where's our bear? It's been a while since we've seen one. But that would be amazing to come around the turn, see a mama bear with several cubs. As long as you keep your distance and leave them alone, it's perfectly safe. So there is a gentle downhill grade on this road. Nothing too steep so far. It'll make it nice for the way back too. This is a one way and in and out. And you could make a longer loop out of all this, but I'm not gonna do that today. Yeah, so many of these beautiful wild geraniums, all these lavender flowers over here. Both sides of the road. I got some views to the trees out there. Down there is our waterfall. Like I said, our trail will go off to the left then eventually. Did I mention that this is an absolutely beautiful day? I know I did, but it just, yeah. Almost perfect temperatures. Beautiful sunshine. Spring is fully sprung. Birds are singing. Smells amazing. The flowers are blooming. We just need to see a bear. Or a waterfall. Alright, it's not the waterfall we're looking for, but got this spring coming right out of the mountain here. Look at it, dribbling right out. See if we can get closer. Oh, it's neat back there. Alright, let me zoom in a little bit for you. Neat little spot. Yeah, so still just a beautiful walk down through here. Just past one other couple coming up from the other direction, but otherwise we have the whole place to ourselves. Well, you saw the parking lot at the beginning of the video. I was kind of surprised. Thought there'd be more people parked there, but we'll definitely take it. Like I said, we'll see if we have the waterfall to ourselves. That's always a plus. Don't mind sharing, but it's always nice to have places like that to yourself too. I think right here is our four-way junction. So that wasn't too long at all. It's about a mile coming down that road. Is this the four-way junction? What does this say? I think that's the way we need to go. These tiny little signs. Yeah, Little Devil's Stairs Trail. That's the way we need to go. Down this way. Backcountry. Alright, so yeah, we need to go this way. Alright, so now we're off that old road. It was a nice hike down there, but it's just something, I kind of like being on a trail too, like a footpath. But if eventually this gets to get a little bit steeper, I think, by looking at the map, because we are headed to a waterfall. So we'll see how steep. My belly's rumbling too, so we're definitely going to have like a lunch snack at that spot. Did I mention? Yeah, I was good. Did I mention it's a beautiful day? Yeah, I know I did. Just have to say it again. But definitely going down at a steeper angle than what the road was, but not terribly steep. At least not yet. Might change once we get closer to the spot. But I don't hear a waterfall yet. I just saw our first little critter. There was a skink, which is a type of lizard. He was perched right on that rock. Then he scurried off into the, I think it was what they call a five-lined skink. Well, where there's one, there's others. I wish I got that on camera for you guys. It's been a while since I've filmed any of those. But they like these, oh, I saw one there. They like these rocks that are in the sun. They'll sit there and, you know, sun themselves because they're reptiles. They need to do that. Alright, we'll keep our eyes open. Now that I know they're here, we'll look for them. So I'm pretty sure I hear a waterfall down there. Not sure if you guys could hear it on camera, but I feel like I hear one down there. So I think we're close. You know, other little skinks. I'm looking at all the different logs and stuff. Once you know they're in the area, they're usually pretty easy to spot sometimes, but I don't know if you can pick up that sound. Maybe it's just a wind though too, but I'm pretty sure I hear a waterfall down there. Yeah, because here we kind of start these little like switchbacks now. All right. Yeah, now you should definitely be able to hear a waterfall. You can see the gorge right down through there. There's a breeze blowing up from there too. I feel like this is gonna be epic. I think there's a trail right here. Let's see if we can get a view from the top, maybe. Oh yeah, look at the drop off. You can see a few cascades coming down up there. Yeah, oh, that's beautiful. That's not the main waterfall yet, but it's beautiful looking at it all coming down from there. Alright, but we're going to get back to the trail. We're going to have a bit of a steep hike to get down to the bottom of this, but I think this should be pretty cool down there. Alright, let's get there. So I can see it down there. And actually, it wasn't terribly steep. It kind of does some like little switchbacks to make it a little bit easier. Yeah, but you could take this trail all the way down. Like this is called Little Devil Stairs. Probably just cascade after cascade all the way down to the bottom. But we're just going over to here today. I'll just keep you on. It looks beautiful up here. There she be. Wow. We'll get closer, obviously. Yeah, so I'm just gonna chill out here for a little while. Got the waterfall right there. Just take a little lunch break here. Got the place myself, so why not? Beautiful spot, but time to go. Can't stay here forever. So farewell, friend. Maybe we'll see you again someday. Time to head back up. Yeah, just like that, there were some other people coming up the trail from further down. But due to the waterfall, I didn't really hear them. But they're down there taking a break. But not at the waterfall. Anyway, they didn't really stop there. Maybe they're tired of hearing water. Very sure there's the way they came up, there's a lot of different cascades and stuff. Whatever. Alright. Time to start heading up. It's pretty much downhill the whole way here now. We gotta go up. And then back up here is our intersection with the old road. So once you get here, the majority of your steeper uphill hiking is gone. This road has that more gentle upgrade or upslope. Just make sure you go the right, go the right way. So truth be told, it's not a, Kaiser Run is not a super spectacular waterfall. You know, it's not Ricketts Glen, if you're familiar with that state park in Pennsylvania. It was just waterfall after waterfall. That one wasn't even really all that tall, but it was still kind of a special place. It's not terribly difficult to get to. You can sit there and have it all to yourself for the most part. However, later in the year, probably come the drier months in August, September, there's probably not much water flowing there, so you want to keep that in mind depending on what time of year you go. Still a beautiful spot, like I said, especially when you can just sit there by yourself in a national park for quite a while like that. Oh, I just see a beautiful splash of red up there. Oh, there it is. It's probably gonna be pretty focused so well. Hold on a second. That is not a cardinal, that is a, what do you call it, scarlet tanager? Or the summer tanager. One is black wings and one doesn't. Sorry, I'm trying to hold the camera still, but oh, that's beautiful. I don't see those too often. Wow. There it is again. A little bit better shot. Wow, it's beautiful. That's focusing well. Oh, that is a beautiful bird. It's a tanager. I think it's a scarlet one, like I said. There's two that are red. I think the scarlet is the red with the black wings, and the summer tanager is all red. I'll have to double check when I get home. Because if I'm wrong, I'll be corrected in the comments too. I don't see those too often. A lot of times when you do, they don't stick around, but that one kept like looking down, he checked me out, so that was really cool. Beautiful place here at Shenandoah National Park. All right, end of the trail. Up here I see the yellow gate. See my Jeep up there. Looks like I don't see another car yet, but anyway. All right, so it's closing in on 2 o'clock. It's about 1:45. So what I think we'll do is I'm gonna head to my campsite up at Matthews Arm Campground. Check-in's at 12. So I think I'll go in and check in, park, and then we'll head to, I think it's called overall run falls. It's supposed to be the tallest waterfall here in Shenandoah National Park. There's a parking lot for it, but there's also a trail right from the campground, actually just up from my campsite. That's a little bit shorter. That takes you to the waterfall too, so I think that's what we'll do. Check in, get to my campsite, and then we'll go check out a really tall waterfall. I think it's 90 feet tall. Anyway, I'm blabbing. Thanks for watching, folks. Beautiful spot down there. Beautiful tanager there. Didn't see a bear. Didn't get any other videos of the skinks either, but that's okay. Thanks for watching. Hopefully I'll see you on the next one.